Thanks, Howie. I feel much comfortable.
It's about
Yeah,
people liking you for who you were. Or they want to see your integrity. Goes,
Absolutely,
I didn't use the veto, and they're going to worship me the rest of my life because I didn't use it.
It's not about that. It's about taking personal attacks, and it's not cool when you're calling people out about their drug habits and how they're bad parents.
I never made fun of your drug habit on the show.
I'm clean now. That's the difference.
At least you got that going for you, which is nice.
So a little bit of different views on Evil Dick. Tactics versus...
I love the guy. The guy, to me, Evil Dick was great entertainment television.
He's good.
I love the guy.
He's entertaining, okay? But here's the thing. There's a difference between a sitcom and reality TV. Reality TV, you're actually hurting someone's feelings. It's not scripted. This is real life.
I thought it was all scripted, but I guess you're right.
You were there.
He's got more pull with the producers than I did.
I don't know. Listen.
They voted back in 4 times.
Did you go into the... I knew you went... Did you go into the diary room and just tell people what they pretty much told you to say?
Absolutely.
They just went in there and like, hey, Howie, go and...
doing this today.
Go and...
I want the day off tomorrow.
Go and throw the first 8 HOHs. Is that what happened?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I knew that. Okay, all right.
So it's totally scripted. Now that's off the record. Good.
Right.
Blondie 46, Fulcroft, Pennsylvania. Howie, without knowing about Eric being America's player, what do you think of him as a player, and what do you think of his interaction with the other house guests? I'm going to hold these up here.
Well, Blondie, if I was in the house and didn't know that Eric was America's player, I would think he was the lying, backstabbing weasel. Because eventually you're going to figure it out. Where are these votes going? You know, who's selling out who? His gameplay was good. I mean, America didn't like who he was targeting and everything else. You can't fault the guy. He was dictated to do a certain thing. It made him a little bit of money. I mean, things like putting mustard on someone's shirt, great entertainment. You know, when he makes things happen, like if you're cheering for Dick or Danielle and, you know, he helps them in the game, and it's a great thing. Some things, you know, like, you know, repeat phrases and stuff, throw that out, or jump in someone's bed, though, I'm all for it. Even though he did a poor job of getting in that bed, jumped in that bed, you know, got naked with that guy in there like Kaser would have, and had a great old time, and that got task complete.
Yeah. That America's player got that advantage. He knew what was going on.
America's player, he was in Big Brother 6. We knew what America was thinking for the fact that Kaser got every vote, Janie got every vote, every America's choice. Eric is the only player in Big Brother 8 that really has a sense of what America is thinking and feeling. He knows they love Dick and Danielle. He knows they hate Amber, and it's an advantage to a certain point of view, to a certain degree, but also it ended up hurting his game.
Have you guys been watching the live feeds this year, or do you just watch the show?
I watched a little bit of live feeds.
Not so much.
Not on the live feeds?
No.
Did you ever watch live feeds in general, like on your season replay? Or
No.
No? Okay.
I was watching one live feed, though. They were talking on live feed one time about the movie Falling Down. We talked about it in our show, and I love that movie. Great movie. But then there was the time in the kitchen when Dick got in a fight with Jamaica, and Jamaica, he's like, "Oh, good Christian wouldn't do that," and she's like, "I love you, I 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 love you," and the evil Dick goes, "Don't love me, love the bottom side of my you-know-what," and I fell off the friggin' couch, man. Which is awesome. I can't wait to talk to Evil about that one.
Luann, for Kaser, if you were in the house this year, who would you have aligned with?
Oh, sorry, Phil Knockout.
You're all right, bud.
Okay. Take it easy. Hey, look, the tension will be back on you in just a second.
We need to have the tranquilizers ready.
Please.
Go. Who would you align with?
I would definitely align with Nick. I can tell that he was a really good guy right from the get-go. And I think, who else would I align with? I did like, what's her face? The older lady. No.
Oh, Kale.
Kale. I did like Kale. She was very logical and strategic. Mm-hmm. She did start to lose it as soon as the pressure was put on her.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't like that. She fell apart. But she was very strategic, and I appreciated that about her. And she seemed like she was honest. I typically like to go after people who are kind of honest and who are very transparent. That way there's no surprises later down the line.
Okay. Howie, what house guest would you have gone off on like you did with April?
In Big Brother 8?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. I mean, if someone betrays me, I'm going after them.
You don't do well with that.
Yeah, if you want to betray me, I'm coming right after you. Amber, as much as people want to rip on her, I mean, I miss her being on that show crying. That was great entertainment television.
But you would have ripped on her.
I probably would have ripped on her.
Yeah. Your number one target would have been Amber. I call her right now.
I might have terrorized her. But, I'm all about gameplay. Like, Yvette was so annoying. Week after week, I'm like, leave her alone. She sucks. It doesn't bother me. But if you betray me in the context of the game or life, then I'm coming after you. So it would have been all dependent upon who like Evil Dick. I love the guy, but he's a big baby. Like, oh, Zach, you betrayed me. You were planning on betraying Zach. He can dish it out, but sometimes he can't take it. If he pulled that crap with me, I would have blasted him a new, you know what, and
Something bad.
yeah, something
Yeah.
bad, exactly. Something bad. Beep 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 beep.
All right, Chrysynthia Redford from Redford Township, Michigan. Sorry, that was my fault. That's not your fault. Do you agree with the way Dick is playing the game, and do you think it is fair for BB-8 to allow 2 family members in the same game, meaning they have twice the chance of winning? And she wants individual answers from both of you. You make that kind of demand, wow, you get on.
Howie, why don't you go ahead and go first? Since
Is it fair to have 2 players in there, 2 Donatos, so to speak?
I think Evil Dick and Danielle Donato are at a disadvantage because right away you come in. I mean, we were dumb in All Stars. Boogie and Will, you knew no matter what was going on, they own restaurants and bars together. They are not voting each other out. They are not putting each other up. They are not talking bad about the other one. They are a tandem. They're going to the end as a twosome. You got to break them up. You know,
Didn't do that, though. Forgot to do that.
No, forgot to do that. We forgot to do that in week 2.
something else came up
We
along
do
the
that.
way.
Nokomis, we got you.
We got Nokomis, though. We got Nokomis.
Love you, Nokomis.
Big time. Big time.
But early on, Dick and Danielle, people believed they were foes because they didn't talk. So
They probably
it
were,
was an
though.
advantage at first, but then you had to realize, you know what? They're bonding together. They're family. They're going to try to get to the end together. You got to break them up. But they tried to. 3 times these 2 were on the block, and they never got them out of the house.
Pretty good.
Between America helping and them playing their good game skills. But between it's probably about even, but I think it was a disadvantage. I think it was a disadvantage on them because they were a target because they were
Because
a
you
family.
know that they could possibly bond together.
Absolutely, father-daughter. They're not going to vote each other out.
But what about the others? There were a couple other sets in there that could have maybe
other
bonded.
rivals.
I mean, they're not blood, but they could have come
But
together.
they
and
hated
bonded.
each other. They were
Yeah.
homosexual lovers that hated each other. There were people that Jessica didn't pay Carol back her $5 in 3rd grade. And they hated each other.
Yeah, that's
Rival. Yeah.
I know. It's serious.
that's
It's real
tough.
serious.
So now you got someone coming in here saying, you know, she wouldn't pay me back. I hate you. Let's get her the hell out of here. So I think that was a disadvantage to them.
Okay.
But it all depends. But we're watching from the outside in.
Well, you
It's
know what? You
different
can
when
say
you're
the same thing for America's Player. He's at an advantage, and look where it got him.
in there. Absolutely.
He didn't get the end.
Just got to play the game.
You just don't know.
That's about.
Look, you can't take away the fact that Danielle won all those competitions and the vetoes and the HOHs and all that kind of stuff. She won fair and square.
What do you think of the Danielle Janelle comparisons that have gone on this year?
I think the only similarity is that she wins competitions. Other than that, I mean, she's female.